EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by my running mate here tonight. It's Jay Williams.
Ed, always a pleasure. Do you see the intensity in their eyes tonight? Do you see that passion? We're going to have a barn burner. Let's check.
You can see it. You can feel it. I know this takes you back. Let's do this thing. Curry. And that's the start they wanted here on the road.
Execution is everything. I love the sharpness and precision they came out with in that first possession.
George, defended by Draymond Green. And the rebound cleared by Thompson. Curry with the ball. Baseline drive. George to the basket, but it won't go.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Thompson to Curry.
Screen.
4-3. He made his first effort, but not that time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Curry to bring it up. Leads 3. And Draymond Green throws it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Going to launch beyond the arc. That's how you defend. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. It's Curry controlling the offense. To Thompson. Sizing up the defense.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Thompson. His first effort off the mark. To George. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Paul George. Leonard buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Curry. Steph Curry. 2 for 3 now here in the first. He has an uncanny approach to the game.
And did you see that? His eyes are his deadliest weapon. When he steps over half court, when he looks at the rim, that naturally throws a defender off. It makes the defender lean just a little bit. In just that millisecond of you wondering what he's going to do, splash is enough for him to exploit.
Well, this could be a sign of things to come. He's 3 of 4 from downtown to start the game.
And the dangerous thing for the defensive team, he has fresh legs. That was great lift on that jump shot.
To Paul George. Beverly. They have to keep him in their grasp.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
To Curry. From long range, the hot shooting continues. He's got 12 in the first quarter, including that trifecta.
And Ed, did you see how quick his release was? There was no wasted motion from the waist up.
Kawhi Leonard against the former Cougar. Knocked loose. Warriors have it. Clippers have it. Leonard. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Now Doc wants a timeout. His guys have come out flat. Slow start in this first quarter. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Beverly into the front court. His team down 9. Kawhi Leonard, 2 of 4 now.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Thompson. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Leonard.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Oops, he missed the first one. It's a second, one more coming. Curry can't go down, smothering defense. Willie Cauley-Stein, huge block. Curry into the front court. Lead stands at 7. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as a difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Leonard. No good. That's great defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Patrick Beverley swats it. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Patrick Beverley. Deep three at the buzzer. And a three-pointer at the buzzer for good measure. What a finish to the opening period. A great stretch here to start the game. We played one with the visiting Warriors out on top. Jay and I back to Southern California after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams. With you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Kawhi Leonard, 3 for 6 now.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Curry, tough shot. He hits.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested three goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Williams to Leonard. Had a chance, but it's no good.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Wow, 7 threes in this first half alone. This could be an all-time performance.
And the record is only 13. He's better than halfway there. But as a shooter, you have to remain lost in the battle. And you're only as good as your last shot. Don't beat that record, destroy it.
Beverley. And stuffs it home.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. It's Golden State basketball. Curry knocks it down.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip. And when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And, Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
Beverley. Oh, stolen by the Warriors.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
And Stephen Curry. We say it time and time again. Not much the defense could have done there.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Kawhi Leonard, now 4 for 9.
One of the best in the biz right there. Maybe the best.
Curry to Green. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Kawhi Leonard, guarded by Klay Thompson. Here's a chance from long range. Knocks down the three-pointer.
And there's no longer room on this court for players that cannot think on the fly. Especially in transition defense, you have to acknowledge and analyze the situation. If a guy isn't a shooter, almost jab at him and make sure you run out to the guys that are fanning out to the three-point shot. Stop that three-point shot and allow the defense to get back and maybe contest the shot at the rim for a layup.
Leonard. Smothering D. Curry with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Shakes free and hits.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Leonard to George. Stuffs it down with authority.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Curry has it. He connects. Sometimes you just have to go out there and make a tough play.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Curry to Thompson. Lets it fly from long range, and Stephen Curry, the fastest release in the NBA, hits the three. His instincts are unnatural, but what makes him so good given the work he's put in?
The special thing about Stephen Curry is that his entire life he has practiced great habits. A lot of players practice and get up shots, but they don't practice the right habits, and that comes with the lineage. His father, Dale Curry, making sure that he puts in the time and effort, but the proper skill with the time and the effort.
To Paul George. Fires the three, and Paul George, not sure why they left him that wide open, takes advantage.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. George knocks it down.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Stephen Curry with a look. Not that time. To George. Fires the three. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. It's Steph Curry with the rock. Beyond the arc for three. Not going down here.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Leonard. Trying to cash in. Not today. Curry into the front court. His guys should be able to get the final shot. Thompson, tough shot. Well defended. George, defended by Draymond Green. For three, Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Deep three at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Here's Leonard for two. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. It's Steph at the controls. 4-3. Oh, that's how it's done.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Here's Curry with it up top. His guys lead here early stages third quarter. Doesn't have the touch. No good. To Paul George. Has a chance. A fundamental shot right there.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
Too good to leave that wide open. D'Angelo Russell hits.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Curry to bring it up. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Green. Curry, the drive, right to the basket. Green. Draymond Green. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Curry with the ball. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Steph Curry dials in from 3.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Kawhi Leonard against Klay Thompson. Russell with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Cauley-Stein to Russell. Curry. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Curry into the front court. He'll run the offense. Sacrificing everything for the loose ball. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. LA Clippers with the basketball. And they call it.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
George knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
To the basket goes Curry, but his shot stays out. Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
From long range. Oh, he's been on target from downtown, Jay. He's 5 of 7 from 3.
Yeah, he's been able to knock down those shots by having great spacing on the floor. His teammates deserve the credit as much as he does.
Curry, Clippers have got it. To George. Short jumper stays out.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Number 3, Louis Williams. And number 5, Montrezl Harrell.
PG lets it fly. Gets a look. Can't hit.
Make that, baby. Make that.
Curry. And the rebound grabbed by the Clippers. Free throws coming up.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Paul George at the line for 2 shots. A career 84% free throw shooter. First one, counted. Goes 2 for 2.
Sean Livingston. Subbing in for the Los Angeles Clippers, number 20.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
And a throwdown. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
And they call it.
A simple touch foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1. First foul in the last 2 minutes.
Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Beverly drills the three.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
Livingston across the timeline. Lead is 12. George, well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
The follow won't go either. Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout as they'll try to hammer out a play to wrap up the quarter.
As a player, this doesn't always happen, but it's a beautiful thing when everybody is allowed to be on the same page. Scouting report is being executed, you're being efficient with your jump shooting, your passes are crisp, you're listening to the coach on the sideline, and everything is working your way. You have to really appreciate these type of moments in the game of basketball.
Runner here won't go. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it. 3 quarters down, the Warriors enjoying some breathing room right now. The Warriors won the opening tip, so they have it to start the 4th quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the 4th quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the 4th.
Right down Broadway, 4-2.
Curry, obviously the greatest shooter we've ever seen. Yeah, I said it. But he's so good at driving and using his body to shield off the contact.
Beverly to Harkless. Shot from in close, no good. To Thompson. Here's a chance from long range. Good luck making excuses. Klay Thompson wide open. He's not going to miss that one.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force a defensive collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Williams. Message received. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Few do it as well. Klay Thompson, hand in his face, strokes the three.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Driving is green, but he can't finish.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
It's LA Clippers ball. Hat-trick Beverly. He's now 4 for 6.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
The follow won't go either to Curry. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He engulfed him that time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Stepping in for Golden State, number 34, Sean Livingston.
Russell to Thompson. Lets it fly from long range. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the 4th quarter.
Well, first off, energy and persistence conquer all things. But look at the way they're setting screens. Look at the way they're communicating to each other. They're actually hitting people on those screens, and they're coming off those screens with their hands in a target area, ready to shoot the basketball. When you play the game with that kind of precision and that kind of energy, you see why they're in the league.
Leonard hits the three-pointer. Curry to Russell. Yes, D'Angelo Russell. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
It's Curry controlling the offense. Fires the three. Textbook defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. To Green. Thompson. Not that time. He missed it. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Curry. And it's Zubac with the rebound.
1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter.
Leonard. He was all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
And Steph, he can make that shot with his eyes closed. Wide open, knocks down the three. Kawhi Leonard against Klay Thompson. To Harkless, knocked loose. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by D'Angelo Russell. So it'll stay with the LA Clippers. Draymond Green sends it away.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Curry. He just continues to knock him down from deep. That extends his NBA record for one game.
He's just shattering that thing. But he's a very smart player. Look for him next time, maybe to give you a head fake, crack into you, get to the free throw line. This guy is a proven scorer.
Curry. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Deep three. At the buzzer. He's had a good shooting performance, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
Yeah, no one else pretty much helped out. As a coach,